Atheists panicking over new discovery in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has served as a canvas for revelations that have shaken our understanding to its very underpinnings. From its seemingly endless sweets to its enigmatic history. In this video, we explore the amazing findings made in Saudi Arabia that have shocked the entire globe. Today, we will take you on an adventure to learn more about one of the most fascinating discoveries. In terms of history and religion, Mount Sinai, which is situated in the middle of the Arabian Peninsula, is noteworthy. Insights from recent studies about this mount may cause us to be perplexed and doubt what we previously believed to be true. In this video, we will embark on a thrilling expedition to uncover the enigmatic location of Mount Sinai and any historical and religious implications it might have. Join us as we investigate the ideas and data that defy conventional knowledge and broaden our perspective on a fascinating world of discovery and surprise. Where Mount Sinai, a place of significance to many faiths, may be is unknown. The enormous significance of Mount Sinai is felt by many different religious traditions. The sacred conduit via which Moses and the Israelites received the divine laws of God is described in both biblical and Quranic traditions. And it is this treasured mountain, atop this majestic peak, the moral and religious principles that form the basis of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam were woven into one cohesive whole. The Ten Commandments, a series of rules that would later come to symbolize the ethical foundation for both individual behavior and societal harmony, are described in the Torah as God calling Moses to ascend Mount Sinai and giving him the Ten Commandments. As a representation of God's mercy and justice, Mount Sinai has a special place in Christians' hearts. The divine commandments given to Moses set the stage for comprehending the need for redemption that all people have, a need that was fully realized in the life and death of Jesus Christ. According to Islamic tradition, Mount Sinai is a symbol of God's illimitable guidance and knowledge that was revealed to the prophets. Asserting the importance of this divine communication in forming Islam's moral and spiritual code, the Quran recognizes Moses' crucial role in receiving the Torah atop the mountain. The relevance of Mount Sinai as a lighthouse and a symbol of the intertwined destinies of different faiths is highlighted by this common history of the revelations. For each faith, Mount Sinai represents fundamental concepts rather than just being a physical location. It stands for grace, justice, and direction, values that continue to motivate believers to proceed through life's challenges with honor and faith. Similar to how Moses ascended to the mountain in search of wisdom, believers from all walks of life are drawn to the spiritual teachings coming from this sacred peak. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are all woven together in this way. In search of heavenly truths, Mount Sinai transcends its rocky landscape to become a gathering place for hearts, minds, and souls. The granitic hill known as Jabal Musa in Egypt's Sinai Peninsula has historically been connected to Mount Sinai. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam all acknowledge this area, and it even features the historic St. Catherine Monastery. However, the Middle Eastern kingdom of Saudi Arabia is where many rivals vie for authenticity because this is where the search for the real site has led. An extensive range of scholars, explorers, and enthusiasts have combed through historical documents and geographical topography in their endeavor to determine Mount Sinai's precise position. Charles Becker, an inquisitive English traveler who frequently gave rise to opposing views, started the conversation when he proposed his eruptive theory that the area near Mecca held the key to the elusive Mount Sinai. This was especially true within the borders of Saudi Arabia. This hypothesis, however, ran afoul of the unwavering geological data, raising questions about its viability. Jebel al-Manifa has been brought to light as a potential location for Mount Sinai by people such as H. Philby. A new contender was unveiled by Jean Koenig in the interim, the top of Hala el-Beda, After a thorough evaluation of numerous factors such as geographical alignment and historical accounts, Ron White, a controversial figure, was the one who, with his outrageous statements concerning Mount Sinai's actual placement within Saudi Arabia's borders, sparked a maelstrom of controversy. White's claims were not without evidence. His interpretation of biblical stories and field research suggested that Jabal al-Lawz might be the location of the mysterious Mount Sinai. His methods, however, fell short of the exacting criteria usually associated with archaeological science. The paucity of peer-reviewed publications and Wyatt's lack of formal training raised questions among academics. His assertions not only sparked heated debates, but they also resulted in legal issues in Saudi Arabia, which further threw doubt on his conclusions. Wyatt's claims may have led to new lines of inquiry, but they also highlighted the need for academic rigor in the discipline of archaeology. The intrigue regarding the actual location of Mount Sinai has only grown given the wide range of Saudi Arabian places that have been suggested. It is becoming more and more obvious that determining the specific site of this sacred peak requires thorough examination, anchored in both empirical evidence and intellectual analysis as researchers and explorers continue to engage in the quest for historical truths. Saudi Arabia's history is full of surprises. In addition to the position of Mount Sinai being in dispute, fossil records depict lush vegetation and running rivers, defying the belief that the desert is arid. Elephants, hippos, and crocodiles, species that need plenty of water sources, and other proof of these animals give a picture of a once alive Saudi Arabia. One further element of the jigsaw are marine habitats. The fossilized coral reefs and seagrass beds that line Saudi Arabia's coasts hint at a time when the region's coastline was home to a variety of marine life supported by clear, warm waters. The fact that these formations exist emphasizes how active the history of the region has been. Archaeologists have been perplexed by hundreds of stone constructions known as gates in Saudi Arabia's deserts. These low-walled rectangular platforms that are connected by long corridors defy the common perception of ancient Arabia. They are thought to be connected to cattle ceremonies and may have been built by nomadic tribes, adding to the complexity of the region. The graveyard avenues, which are dotted with old tombs reaching back to 4,500 years ago, are yet another astounding discovery. These avenues, which connect oases and pastures over great distances, provide insights into the movements and customs of ancient people. They serve as mute witness to a period in Saudi Arabia's history marked by advanced civilizations. These revelations work together to create a story that contradicts common assumptions. Saudi Arabia's history is a tapestry weaved with strands of vitality and intricacy rather than being limited to desolation. It challenges us to dig deeper to reveal the history's many layers and understand the complex dance that exists between people and their surroundings. As we solve these mysteries using in-depth research and cutting-edge technologies, a fuller, more complex history becomes apparent. It not only enhances our knowledge of the past, but also forges a stronger bond with the land. The history of Saudi Arabia invites us to delve deeper, ask more questions, and appreciate the tales that lie beyond the surface. Saudi Arabia exposes a hidden narrative that reshapes our perception of its past, from the alleged location of Mount Sinai to the mysterious stone constructions and antiquated highways. These finds serve as evidence of the potency of modern technology and exploration, and the perseverance of those who work to solve the riddles of the past. We are reminded as we delve further into the records of history that the mysteries of our world can be found even in the most unlikely locations. In the meantime, try clicking the like and subscribe buttons to be notified of the newest discoveries.